Alright, so it's the next day. The tiles, the mastic behind the tiles have dried out. And we're gonna grout. Thing is, I found some grout at inside my shed. And I think that the grout that I'm used in this kitchen is bone and not linen, which I think it is. I'm not sure. So there's gonna be a variation. But I'm not gonna go and buy a brand new tub of grout. And the funny thing is, I have this caulking grout and the powdered stuff. We're gonna use the powder, but there might be color variation, and then again, maybe not. I think there will be, even if it's the same with this grout. Even if it's the same grout from different batches, there could be color variations, plus the brand new grout. It is what it is. And I'm only using a little. When you use the whole amount and mix it, that's kind of like, because the formula of the mix and the color and all that tends to balance out. But I have had bad batches in the past. Same color, slight variations. But the eye looks at the overall area, and unless you're one of the really nitpicky type people, and then, well, then you can see it. But it is what it is. So I found my sponge. We'll be using that, and here's a bit of the grout, and that's more than enough. But again, I'm sort of worried that it's going to be darker, and it probably will be. It's unfortunate. I could go with white, but that would stick out quite a bit as well. So we'll just mix. And this has been sitting for a while too, but it's been indoors. There it is. It usually dries lighter. It starts off when it's wet a deeper color. It's a big difference right now from what this is. I don't want to go with the white. This might be a bad idea, but it's either this or the white, and maybe the white would be a better idea. We'll see as it dries. I'm just gonna do this number on it. We'll see as it dries. If not, we'll hit it with unfortunately this is insane, but we'll then just come over it with the white. I just want it to match, and I don't want to go and purchase, I'm sure that it's bone, that what we're looking at here, as far as the original. I'm fairly confident it's bone. I could be wrong. And by the way, this is not the proper way to add the grout. You should use a trowel. But guess what? It's going to work just the same. Oh yeah. Barbaric? Yeah, possibly. And again, the fact that it's going to be a new set of tiles and brand new grout will make it a significant color difference. Then again, it might dry quite normal. That can totally happen too. We don't know until this starts to dry out and we start to see the color getting lighter, and it might blend in quite well. We'll just have to wait and see. So it's hot. So what happens now is that we wait till it dries, and then we'll take the sponge and lightly wipe, rinse, sponge, rinse, until we remove the excess outer layer of the grout. That cake on top of the tile. And then it'll be done. I think it'll dry relatively close. It might be the same. We'll see. Florida heat. In the meantime, there's some peeling paint up here. We're gonna scrape it and patch it. you know, just cake a little bit of the compound and then paint the ceiling, because there's, well, a bunch of stuff. I'll move my glasses over. We'll just cake some batter on there, let it dry, and then paint over it. You can see there's a lot of, I don't know if you can tell, but there's gook and grime up on the ceiling. So we bought ceiling paint. It's gonna rain. So we got the plaster. And we'll just do that. Time to clear coat some mud. Clear coat some mud. Time to add some mud to this thing. So two things. As this dries, we're gonna need to sponge it, and it's already drying, but you can see that the color, well, I don't know, it's drying not the same, I think, but it's not that far away. We're gonna see a difference for sure. But then again, who knows? I'm just still up on the fence. But we're gonna need to sponge this, and we're also wanting to sponge that up there to smooth it out, and then maybe a little sanding for any excess bumps. But the ceiling has so many different, you know, sheetrock, drywall, you know, unevenness, that it matters not. The idea was just to patch that. So we still have to figure out the flooring. I want to condense. Here's the living room. I want to condense all the bad tiles in the hallway and kitchen. You can see them there. I want to condense them up as far this way as I can, and then from whatever point onward, I'll add some other transitional similar flooring. And here's the other room. I gotta patch this here. So that needs patching. And I've got some damage up here that I gotta take care of as well. I gotta remove that board and add a new one. And then of course there's the grout for the bathroom. This is a very old bathroom. Gotta do the grouting, clean up these lines. So there's that. And then alright, we're going to begin the process of sponging this off. I think I went with this one first, so we'll tackle this one first. We'll just do a light, brisk, sort of clean out like that. It'll be fairly close. A lot of mud here. So that's the first wipe down, and you can see it's darker, but it, like I mentioned before, it actually dries lighter, so it'll blend in even more. I'm confident it'll go down a few shades lighter. And you can see it sort of blends in already. We'll let that haze up because there's still grout on the surface of this that you can't see. It's so minuscule. Once it hazes up, we'll wipe it again until you see it dry and there's no haze, and then we'll let the whole thing dry, and this will be a done job. But I gotta do that ceiling patch and then paint the ceiling. Not only that, I have to undo this fixture, this light fixture, and degrease it. It's full of crud and all that, not to mention degrease all this. These blinds have to go. I mean, yes, they're little things. Yes, they're little things, but still, it's a bunch of things. This closet door is not closing right. I'm gonna have to fix the hinge here. And then there's all the doors. You recall the doors, we were talking about them being busted. Look at that. Both doors. Uncalled for. So anyways, that's it for now. I'm gonna do other things, and I'll get back to you and I'll show you the finished results of the grout and all that stuff. So stick around.